right, guys, really quick here. Thank you so much for coming and supporting the race. If you know it or not, this is being put on by the
That's James Christ talking. Is it just him that puts this on, or is it like a team?
It's the UNL Cycling Club. I don't know who's all on the team. I know there were some kits out there, some other people from the race. I don't know. So I was pretty happy with my start this time. The last two times at Van Dorn, I was going to say Vanderhorn.
You can see you're right up there on that right there.
Yeah, had a hard time.
Your corner here looked a little bit like you overshot it.
I couldn't see. It was so bumpy. My eyes were just like.
Oh, okay.
And then I just followed Wesley Boyce, the guy from KC. And he overshot it too.
So watch how many people pass here, because I'm just like wigged out. I think the single speeder passes me on the left pretty soon here. Yeah. It's just like, I gotta get my head back in the game.
That was crazy. Like, you're just going full bore, and all of a sudden everyone's locking up wheels around you. Like, what's going on? And then Paul Gebers just took matters.
Just blew into
his own hand and just went to the tape and just broke it. And, yeah, that was the way to do it. So yeah, I mean, I was still on Brian Johnson's wheel right up here.
Yeah.
Early on.
Right there, you can see a little bit of separation coming, but I don't think it's the handling stuff.
That is.
It's just the extra 300 grams worth of tires you're hauling around with you right there.
Yeah, because I wasn't holding back there. I was definitely pushing, trying to get back on the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I should also say too, I got one lap of the course before the race happened.
Right.
So I didn't have a chance to look at the corners and really figure out good lines or anything. And I'm not naturally good at that anyway, so.
Yeah, that is, like anybody that did the race before this, that does give them a bit of an advantage because they've already done it at race pace.
Yeah, because man, I think by the last couple laps, there was a couple of corners. I'm like, oh, here's the line.
Right.
So, this little off-camber thing there on your camera, that was sketchier last year.
Yeah, it was. It was much better this year.
Yeah.
Actually, if you watch, so Fred's there in front of me, his rear wheel is all over the place. Like, I think he's running all of 3 pounds of pressure in that tire.
He's running tubulars, isn't he?
Yeah. But look at that. You see how it's just like squirming around?
Yep.
I think it's just a mite too little.
Yeah, it depends on what he likes.
Well, I mean, you'll see pretty soon that didn't really work out. Oh, so that, the female racer right there? That's a psychopath skate suit.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, oh,
I like it.
That's fantastic.
Did she order that just through the store when they had it open?
It must have been.
That's awesome. It looks really good.
It does. It's very basic, but local.
Right. So it must be a Champion Systems.
It's gotta be.
That corner there too. I guess I'm a little bit.
Yeah, that one blew me up too.
Every single time, I couldn't figure out how to go fast through it.
All right, so maybe keep your eye on Fred right now. And
oh no!
Right there.
Oh wow!
It went down pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty much on his shoulder. So I asked him afterwards if his shoulder's okay. He said it's all right.
Which collarbone did he break last year?
I don't know. Hopefully not that one.
That side?
He pretty much piled right into the ground. That series of corners right there, I struggled with the left too.
Yeah, the last couple laps I started taking those a little faster. I don't know why, I just thought it would slide out.
Like your camera right there, that one I started to get better at the end.
Yep.
When I'm taking now.
These trees up here.
Oh, I love that section.
Yeah, for some reason I feel like I could do that pretty well.
Me too. I was in the drops the whole time on that section.
Well, I only hit the drops in the final straight. Though I could probably use the drops more often, honestly.
This little corner coming up here on your screen was fun until you got to the, past the apex, and then it was just washout city right there.
See, I kept hitting the brakes so hard until the second or third lap. There was a guy standing there, kind of cheering and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I said to him as I hit the second or third lap, oh, it's like a berm.
It is like a berm until you get past it. And then my front wheel would wash out every once in a while.
Oh man, I never went fast enough for that. I need to get over that fear of crashing sometimes. It's cross. I mean, Fred went down pretty hard, but
he was fine.
He's fine. And you're not going that fast. Generally, if you crash, it's fine. And if you push to the point of crashing, you're probably going to be faster. as long as you don't actually crash. But you know, if you're not crashing, you're not working hard enough, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you ever bottom out over that sidewalk that we went over?
No, but I was worried about it.
I got close, but I didn't.
Really hold that bike up really high.
I mean, look, mine was about the same height.
Rachel got some of the video. I don't know if you watched the video she put up.
Not yet.
She got shots of both of us going over the barriers. And I was like, look at that. We got the proper suitcase carry, both of us.
So the interesting, coming up here on your screen, the right-hand turn, did you notice that big red circle there?
Yeah.
Did you ever take the left side of that? That was so much better.
Times. But again, it was so loose around that tree.
Mm-hmm. I definitely felt, I didn't do it this time, but I started taking the outside, and that seemed a lot better.
Oh, of course. Well, see, I do, it's called, what's his name?
Bryce?
No, he's from California. He was actually at Carl Deca. Do you know him at all?
Name sounds
Biker with
familiar.
Giant Factory Team.
Oh, yeah, the more experienced gentleman?
Yes. He has a blog, and you shared it on Facebook about Gravel World. It's called the Lemming Line.
Mm-hmm.
And they talk about how when they race cross, they always do so well comparatively because they watch everybody else take a lemming line and they take the actual good line. And I'm like, I look at these things. You talk about going to the outside of that corner. Of course. Green is grip, right?
Well, it looked bad because they had that hole there that they painted around with the red, and so there's like a small area, like maybe a foot to the left of that. So it didn't look like you could make it.
Right. But I would do that, but then I would still cut the apex really close to that tree, trying to make it a shorter line.
Oh, interesting.
But that was so loose right there. I should have gone wide all the way around where it was greener.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, Paul Gebbers was ahead of me most of the time. I think he was taking the same line I was, just better at it. Which, man, Paul, he rode a really good race.
That looked like it.
I knew he was strong because last year he was running pretty strong, but that was better than I was expecting from him.
I was expecting this guy in front of me to like be there for a while, but he just kind of like tapered off a little bit.
Is that...
He was riding real strong for a bit.
Which kid? Is that Randy Kinney?
I don't know. He's got the black and red envies, I think, there.
Does he have the Into Metal jersey on?
I can't remember.
It doesn't look like Randy up there. You know, there's some other... my email.
It's weird.
This corner I got better at too.
This one right here that you're taking?
Yes, that you're taking now. Not this one that I'm taking now.
Oh, okay.
'Cause it's...
That corner sucked.
Yeah. But there were a couple of corners I'm like, oh, you can carry way more speed through these. They don't... I kept expecting it to close off faster after the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one after the barriers. There were a couple tight turns, and there was like a longer sweeper, and then around a tree. And I always used way too much brake there until like I finally realized you can go full speed through this because it opens way up on the other side. You can just go super wide.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here goes Grant. That's when he passed me. It was supposed to be like second lap.
Yeah, I was getting concerned because Cat 1 mountain bike, I raced with him at Calvin Crest, and after a little bit I was able to pass him, but he was hammering. Like, oh dang, maybe he's better at cross. Him and I had a great battle.
Yeah, he was handling really well. I think I was able to outpower him. But you guys were coming back to me towards the end of the race, too.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever take the outside line into the grass and then back over there yet?
In this race, no. Maybe in the first lap. I did in the practice lap. And last year, when we ran it this way, I did a few times. I didn't feel like it gave me much more.
I tried it in the practice and it didn't seem, the one practice lap I had, I didn't feel very good.
It kind of wigged me out. That change from like grass to pavement to grass. Oh, that's where I said there. It's like a berm.
Do you recognize the guy in front of me now?
I forget. It almost looks like Randy Kinney, but
Well, you can hear your bottom bracket.
yeah.
That used to be my bike last year. Now it doesn't make any sounds except for the rattling shifters.
I don't think it's a bottom bracket. It might be. That thing is. It's got
Free shot.
play in it now. has I don't know how many years of really bad treatment on it.
Do you notice how right behind Grant, how much more he pedaled through corners? Like he was almost always pedaling, is what I noticed.
Oh no, I didn't notice that.
I spent a lot of time behind him, so I can tell you for sure.
Somebody on the sidelines, I think it was, man, he has a good remount too. He's on it right on the pedals right away. I think it was Jake Meyer. He kept yelling at me about my Arrow helmet.
Mm-hmm. He yelled at me too. Your brother's beating you, that's because you wore that Arrow helmet.
See, that corner I took right behind Grant. Oh man, I can take more speed through that.
I didn't realize there were actual feed zones until this race.
Apparently, somebody, and I won't say what team he was on or anything, I almost took the wrong corner there, was in the B race, was yelling for a water bottle and getting all pissy because he wasn't getting a water bottle. And apparently Rachel has seen him in other races we've been at, like road races last year, and he would get all like upset about, like he missed a feed or something in this road race. It was a Cat 4 road race.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do you even need a feed? Like, it's not long enough to
Right.
do more than 2 bottles. And he would get all pissed off and yelling. I guess he was doing it in the Cat 4 race here, the B race.
Sounds like a lovely gentleman.
I know. But yeah, I think that's why the official, I think he made a comment at the beginning of our race, like the feed zone is here and whatever else.
This little corner you're coming up on here with a little hump, I love that thing. This one right here.
That you're taking right now?
That you were taking. Yeah, that I'm gonna take down here.
Yeah,
especially going the other way when they run reverse, it's really fun.
Yeah.
But my back end would always get out a little bit there. So just putting down power and just try to hit it. It was fun.
And that corner you're taking right now, that took me a while to figure out.
Oh, I do it in the drops the whole time.
It was the line, like when I needed to turn in.
Well, like there's definitely a burned in line coming right down here in my screen. I go to the right quite a bit because I felt like, not that time, but I felt like you could like carry more speed around the outside. It was just a really abrupt dip into it.
Yeah.
It kind of hurt.
That's why I always avoided that, because it looked like it was something that could really like put you over the bars or something.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. It just felt like it hurt the bike a little bit. It's fine.
Bike wheel will give you a new one.
Right.
Yeah, I think we both passed the other turn I was thinking of. That it's kind of more of a sweeping right-hander. That one I had a hard time with for a couple of laps before I started realizing where I needed to turn in.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just need more time to see these courses, and I need tires that don't weigh 500 grams or whatever. a piece.
Yeah, that's not helping anything. It would be nice. Like I understand why they do the timing, because otherwise it get dark, but it's hard to get down there in a good time to get pre-laps.
Yeah. Oh
coming
man, that
from
was
the
awful. Oh, that was your. That was pointing at.
No,
I screen to look at.
I did that really awful as well. It felt like I almost came to a stop a few times there.
Yeah. There was one time, one of those first corners going back into the trees, where I could definitely feel the lack of traction in my rear tire, because trying to go around, I was going too hot, and I kind of pull the rear brake, and it would like skid out to the side.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd let go and hit it again, it would just keep skidding out to the side. I almost came to a stop that time too. But come on! Meanwhile, I mean, I expected that Wesley Boyce character to just walk away. I mean, he's a Cat 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he raced a lot last year according to cross results. Then like Brian Johnson, Ryan Long, and Ben Dumas. Man, those guys were flying away too.
Just hammering.
Yeah. Man. I was frustrated after this race. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because I feel like I should have done better. And it's just like when you don't get a chance to really figure out a course, and everybody else seems to pick up on it so much faster, it just gets a little frustrating.
Well, I think a lot of those folks probably were down there.
Wiped out there.
Yeah, as I might watch my front wheel. I think a lot of the folks might have been down there like more often for that course, anyways.
I guess. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
that bottom bracket sounds horrible.
Dude, every time up that hill, I would just hammer. And I was like, I'm gonna see if I can keep doing this at max power. Eventually, I might blow up, but I need to do this to make up ground. Those corners, I was starting to figure out. Those were kind of.
These are kind of fun right here.
Yeah. And you can see your competition on the other side of that tape riding away from you.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I really hate getting off the bike and trying to cross. I need to figure out how to bunny hop, and then I'll be fine.
I was thinking those barriers are pretty low. You probably could. What are you looking at?
There I am.
Oh.
It felt like we always crossed each other right about there.
Yeah. And here I would just hammer as hard as I could. And that's
Really?
the way.
There I was just like...
I would try to make up ground.
I made up ground on the climb, and then I suffered for it.
Oh, I make up ground on the climb and then just keep pushing. Because I remembered last year when what's his name? Jake Wild. When we were racing against each other last year on this kind of orientation of the course, thinking like, man, once you hit those trees and it's so technical, you automatically recover. So you can just go ham up that climb and just keep pushing all the way through that final straight, because you're gonna have time where you just can't put power down later and you'll just naturally recover.
I was yelling at whoever's announcing because they kept getting our names wrong first couple of laps.
That was Jason Brummels, I think.
I mean, I know we look like twins, so it's pretty hard.
Of course.
I kept thinking that tape that was down, I would like get sucked by my wheel or something.
I kept thinking I would slide out on it. Yeah, this next corner you're gonna come up through here. That one.
Yeah.
I had a hard time with.
I actually ended up very wide a lot of times there, and actually in that greenery,
Yeah.
which was not fast.
It's kind of hard to know which screen to look at.
Right? I loved these corners. I had so much fun messing with them. Let's see if I go right this time.
Yep, you do.
Yep. So it's kind of abrupt, but then you can cut in like that.
Right. Yeah, I could tell you guys were faster through these corners than I was, because you would. Yeah, I could see you guys catching up to me there. And I could finally find a place to put power down.
No, in my screen, this corner here, and then the straight, I don't know why, I hated that.
That's the one I think I was mentioning earlier. I have a hard
Not the
time
corner,
with.
the straight.
Oh.
I couldn't
This
make any
corner,
time.
when you're going through here, the first like 3 laps I kept braking for until I realized,
really?
oh, you don't. There's no reason to brake here. You just go flat out through it.
Yeah, it'll be cool to see when I catch him to Grant, because he just takes such good lines through this stuff.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to keep watching him. Oh, on this corner you're coming through now. Come on. Right here.
I'll probably hit the brakes. What the?
Thank you.
That woman that I just passed, I always forget her name.
She's the one that lost her phone at Calvin
Yeah.
Yeah. She ate it a couple times. She was showing Grant and I after the race. She had a really bad road rash.
I really like her just from what I've heard her talk. And I can't explain really why, but she just seems like a really interesting person.
Yeah.
I don't know where her accent's from. It's almost a South African accent.
I thought it was Georgia.
Yeah, maybe. They're very similar.
Yeah, so where you're going through right now, this corner and then this next one I really liked right there.
Yeah, they were fun.
That was really cool. I remember hating that section last year, but it was really fun this
Yeah.
time.
They opened it up on that last corner, I think.
It's like I'm going through it. And I would just cut this. And you could just make it such a smooth corner.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Grant. Wait, is that Grant? No. It's who we were just talking about.
think I passed her twice, and the second time I thanked her, and she's like, "You're just so polite," or "Thanks for being so polite," or something like that.
We're the Loewnses. That's what we do. Okay, so that's got to be Grant up there in mine. Yeah. So now you can tell I'm out of the saddle. It's like, okay, I got to catch up. So I wanted to get behind him on the road section and just start recovering there.
Right.
I don't think it worked out this lap, but maybe the next lap it does.
Yeah, he's definitely a strong racer.
Very much so, and great bike handling.
Do you feel like mountain bike handling translates over to cross handling?
Nope. Not in the least. It's so different. Although I will say that, I do find myself doing that anti-row and row stuff in cross, like I do on the mountain bike.
Oh.
And it at least this year made me feel way more confident, much quicker.
Huh. The Lee McCormick stuff?
Was getting my lizard going. Yeah, the section you're on right now, I didn't like that either. Because it's just pretty much flat, but grass. I just feel like you put all this power out at her. There you go, you took the left line.
Yep. And then,
yeah, you did it.
Wide.
I think that worked about perfect. Well, that's closer to what I would have done.
Yeah, that was probably one of the better times taking that corner. Let's see what you and Grant do.
He went inside. I went inside again. Almost at the tree.
I wonder if that was the tree. Something was leaving red stuff on our jerseys.
Maybe.
Which thankfully washed out.
You're my mud tire.
Oh, yeah. Those mud wrestlers, they're
not super aggressive.
A moderate mud tire.
I'm actually, the combo I have right now, I'm actually pretty happy with that mud wrestler in the front and then the MXB in the back.
Yeah. There's looking like a good possibility of just moisture and rain in Lincoln this next week.
Um, 23:32 in the movie.
So the mud tires at Vittoria, it's before they came out of the Terreno lines. So it's their older version. I got them super cheap on steepandcheap.com.
Mm-hmm.
But they're great. Just so many knobs to give me so much confidence.
Yeah, the Maxxis motor routers definitely don't have a ton of knobs, but man, they grip.
Yeah.
You can definitely tell they're slower rolling, but I don't care. It feels awesome.
I'm just curious. I've never done a proper mud cross race.
Closest probably Captain's Cross, right?
That was, and I was using those tires for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty muddy.
Yeah, which is why we're not there again.
But yeah, when you're taking corners in mud and everything's sliding around, I'm not sure how well I would do with that.
Me neither. Definitely, it has to be a learned system.
Yeah. Being around here, we don't get chances for that very often.
No, thank goodness.
And that's fine. Because I'm not so serious about it. I'm going to go practice in the rain either,
We did do that last year once, though.
Practice?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Out in Chaco.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting that we got on the pavement in that section there.
Yeah, I liked it.
Let's see, I took that. That was about perfect. Let's see if I take it and lose my front wheel again.
I was going too slow through it though. I know I could carry more speed. Yeah, you carried way more speed than I did.
I felt like I slowed down at the end there though. Are you out of the saddle there?
Every time.
It's fun. Look how different that is on the GoPro 7 versus the 5 I've got.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm out of the saddle now and it's going back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
I like having a little bit of swing to it, just so you can know you're out of the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
But at the 5 is very jarring.
That's where having like a chesty mount would be really cool.
Yeah.
But really annoying.
When it gets colder, it won't be so bad.
There, just see how much he's pedaling through everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I noticed that riding a mountain bike behind Brian Oldfield as well. He does the same thing.
Huh.
Just always keeping that just slight power on.
I've heard people talk about like the difference between like Katie Compton and some of the other racers. I think it was maybe Meredith Miller talking about her a few years ago, saying that it seems like Katie Compton can always take just like 1 or 2 more pedal strokes into a corner than everybody else does, and somehow is able to just kind of keep more speed that way. I feel like if I do that, I just go too fast and then blow the corner out.
Right, or end up in the brakes or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I always disappoint myself. Like, I'm holding on to the brakes in the middle of these corners.
You're taking that outside line quite a bit there.
Yeah, I feel like I wasn't doing it on purpose. I think if I was doing it on purpose, I would maybe even hug the tape all the way around.
So there, Grant went inside, I went slightly outside. About the same speed. Let's see if I get on his wheel here. Because that was my goal, was to get on his wheel and try to recover a bit on this section.
Let's see, now I can start seeing Paul Gebers down there.
Oh yeah.
And then he would walk away from me in the trees. Oh, yeah, you're on Grant's wheel now. You should just attacked.
Through this section, he would just be right on my butt. Cause he'll get me here now.
Well, you attack and get in front of him there, and then you just brake check.
Just be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Look, even just like 2 corners, and he's already, got another bike lane.
Okay, so he went wider through that corner there, and I always went inside on that tree. Oh, there too. It's like he just kind of throws the bike around.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
He's back end chirped a little bit there.
I missed it. Yeah. I'll have to get Grant in for a little clinic.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, you guys take that corner through those trees way faster than I do.
Drops the whole time for me. It's the only way I can be like super confident in that kind of stuff.
Huh.
Feels like I can put more weight on that. I took the inside there.
Yep.
Definitely felt slower.
Like even on that corner you're taking right there,
Mm-hmm.
I would go through it, no brakes, and I feel like people would still catch on to me there.
Were you pedaling through it?
No. Were you?
I think so.
No. Well, that explains it. I think in the first lap, right here where I'm coming to that corner, Ryan Long was in front of me, and like he almost completely missed the corner. Like he turned the wrong direction. He's like, I thought we turned there. I'm like, you do, just the other way. And then he ditched me.
It's the triathlete socks. That's what did it.
That's right. That's always impressive how he can handle a bike so well. Being, what I know him as is a triathlete, but obviously he's got some other skills there.
For sure. I was always hesitant around that corner because of watching Fred go down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was terrible on my part.
He puts a bit of a gap on you, but nothing like.
Nothing insurmountable.
Yeah, he's not walking away from you.
I think he might have getting a little tired at this point. Because if he was fresh at the beginning, he would have been gone.
Yeah, because he came around me that second lap, I think. Then distanced me really quickly in the corners, but I was able to next lap on that start straight, just passing, and then so I'm like, well, I'm gonna get into the trees ahead of him. That way, like, it'll mitigate the damage. But I think I was able to just put enough power down that it was kind of enough of a gap that it was too hard for him to close.
Oh, see there, you can see we're actually not very far from you. You can actually see you in my screen there. But here in the climb, you're gonna gap us again.
Oh yeah, there I am. We almost need like a lap counter or something here so we know about how far into the race we are. Because I'm lost now.
30 minutes in.
Yeah, about 12 minutes left.
I think you can probably hear your bottom bracket from my camera now too.
I don't think it's my bottom bracket. Maybe it is.
It was moving around a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like my bike last year when my bottom bracket was killing itself.
When I'm actually on the bike and going, it sounds like spokes are rubbing.
Huh.
But man, like...
So you just watched Grant how he just pedals through that entire thing?
Yeah. Not there. And there he does. Yeah, that transition on that path was... Oof.
So you came into that dismount pretty quick.
Yeah, once or twice I came into that dismount and I almost tripped over the barrier. I was going so fast.
See, let's put the bike down. Let's think about getting back on. Okay, there we go.
One thing I'm like trying to remind myself is that once you put that bike down, you don't have to get on immediately. Go ahead and let it settle on the ground as you're running and then get on.
I feel like
the pros, man, they're just like bike down on.
Right.
So you think I gotta try to do that, but I always put the bikes bouncing around. I've definitely like dry humped the saddle before doing that.
I feel like I put the bike down and stare at it for about 3 or 4 minutes before I get on. So here I'm intentionally trying to get close to him so I can suck wheel for this entire tape section.
So you guys both went inside that.
Travis.
We almost need to have power here so you can see how much of a benefit you got staying on his wheel.
Oh yeah, it was huge. Because like right here, I probably stopped pedaling.
Yep. Yeah, I can hear your free. Well, maybe that was my freewheel. It's hard to tell.
It was extremely noticeable. Like I've drafted before and it not been that great. That was amazing.
Yeah, you'd be going pretty fast through there. I can't mean to go back and look at what kind of power I was putting down for that start straight. But I would look at my computer every once in a while. It was always over 400 some watts. It's like it's so short. You can just go as hard as you can.
I definitely didn't feel that way on that paved section. I was usually still sucking wind a little bit from that climb.
Oh yeah, I was too, but I knew I was going to be able to recover in the trees. Maybe I'm just not pedaling enough in the trees.
See, I was usually panicked enough about like getting dropped in the trees that it didn't feel like a recovery. Wow, he went way inside. Oh, that's right, because we had a guy there.
Yeah.
It actually looked like a pretty decent line, though.
Kind of did. See, he's not pedaling through there. Inside there. Comes around. Does he pedal through this corner?
Yep.
A little bit. Doesn't look like he's really pedaling though.
But it's still just like a little bit, just a little pressure on the pedals.
Yeah, that will do it. I did notice at Solstice this year when I saw Josh and Steve ahead, and I was like, oh, I could probably catch them. So what I stopped doing was coasting down the hills, and I would just pedal. I wouldn't put a ton of power out. I would do maybe 150 watts down the hill, but it was enough. You wouldn't think like going down a hill on a gravel road that would be enough to really boost speed enough, but it brought me right to them. So I guess that makes sense. For some of these corners, you might have to pedal hard, but
he's just pedaling through that whole thing.
Yeah, there too.
No, that's just different for me.
Interesting. Grant, we appreciate the lessons we're learning by watching you.
Yeah, thank you for intentionally slowing down so I can ride behind you.
Yes.
Oh, did I get on the saddle? You don't hear my bottom bracket at all? Isn't that amazing? I can say that this year.
I need to replace that bottom bracket, but it's the PraxisWorks adapter for BB30 to GXP. So it's like $80.
Oh my god. Surely you can just get bearings for it though.
I don't know. I have to look into it. I haven't looked into it yet, but you know, it's got the sleeve in the center and it's
right together. Yeah.
I like the system a lot. because when it's new, it doesn't really. Well, it's always made a little bit of noise, but I figure that's just VDP.
Right, that's specialized. My Loewn did the same thing.
I don't know why manufacturers always have to use press fit.
It's lighter.
I think it's easier to manufacture.
Oh, probably.
You don't have to thread anything.
That's one thing my Fazari got right. It's threaded.
Yeah, the Cervelo, Jonathan Wade's Cervelo that I'm riding on the road, that's got the threaded. Love it. The guy, I should probably replace his bottom bracket. It's kind of got some play in it. What was it, like $20 for the new GX bottom bracket?
No, you took that berm perfectly.
I missed
Like
it.
carried a ton of speed.
Well, it looks good, but it felt slow. Like,
Oh, really?
It felt like I could go faster.
See, there you see, I slowed down a lot right at the exit of it.
But I think that's just the nature of that little hill. And then it just slows you down.
Yours just look a lot smoother there.
Maybe that might be the camera.
Maybe.
The 7 having that stabilization. Is this the... No, I bet this is coming into the last lap. 6.5 minutes left. The laps of Van Dorn are always short.
Right.
Like 4 or 5 minutes.
Maybe we'll hear it when they call the lap counter.
I could hear the bell for like the other guys ahead of me coming up. Like, oh, okay, last lap. I gotta go as hard as I can. There's Paul. Here he is.
No, just right there.
Yeah. Oh, I would get close to him because I could tell he was getting tired. And like my fitness from all my gravel training this summer is still holding pretty good. So, I mean, I would go hard and I would breathe hard, but I could keep repeating it.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't get myself through the corners.
You're gonna be coming up here, right there.
Yeah. That corner there. Inside that hole and then just slow.
I bet I don't do it much better here this time though.
And I just hammer.
Oh, so that's the last lap.
Yep.
Is there one outside? I actually took that one pretty good there.
Yeah.
I think I got a pretty darn good draft this one. Yeah, I got up to it pretty quick. You said, the last lap just go as hard as you can. For me, it was just like, just stay as close as I can on his wheel, and then on that last climb, just hammer.
Yeah. We had different situations.
For sure.
Like, you knew this was the guy you were racing against, just hold on to his wheel, and you figured you could probably power past him on the hill.
Yeah, notice I didn't wait for a sprint.
Yeah.
Learned my lesson.
That was Brian Johnson who sprinted against last year, wasn't it?
It was, but he was slower last year.
Oh my goodness, that guy is. I don't know what he has done, but it's been the right thing.
Structured training from what I hear.
Is that all he's changed?
I think so.
That
That did
does a
it.
thing. That does a thing. Whereas I just needed to go as hard as I could to try to catch up to Paul. Get close enough to him so that hopefully on that last climb I could catch him. Didn't work though.
Was he slowing down the last climb? Or on the climb?
Well, every single lap I would get closer and closer to him on that climb.
Gotcha.
And in the start straight too, I would be reeling him in, but then I just couldn't hold that speed through the corners. So I think this time I finally realized I can just go through
They took that perfectly.
the corner without braking.
Yeah, there he is. Wait.
No, that's
That's the person we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
We really need to figure out her name.
I knew it. I heard somebody call her name. I just have to slow down a bit to get around her.
I tried.
And this corner,
That wasn't terrible.
it doesn't look so bad. It felt bad.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, when do I just stop and get a beer? I just can't make myself.
Here,
do it.
watch Grant go through that same corner here coming up.
Okay.
See what
Yeah.
he does.
It's hard to tell. Back wheel kind of skipped out a little bit.
That is hard to tell.
Maybe at those corners where I'm thinking I'm losing so much speed, everybody else is too. It's just
Could be.
the other corners that are faster that I need to work on. I don't know. here, I was starting to get more comfortable with that sweeper there.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't pedal through that. I would just coast it.
Man, Paul's so far ahead again. He's already through the trees. Come on!
Yeah, this is where I was getting a little freaked out because I'm like, oh shoot, I've got to pass traffic, and my plan is to pass him on that climb.
Right.
Really hoping that wouldn't mess me up, but she did. She was great about it.
Yeah.
Being very predictable.
Yeah, she was easy to pass.
See, you don't slow down there on the outside of that corner.
I guess not. Let's see yours.
Must be those 900 gram tires carried in.
Yeah, all that inertia.
That time was better. Yeah. All right, let's see if I can
Where do you
make the pass here. I think it's right when we start going straight up the hill. I remember feeling like just garbage. Like, okay, well, I guess I'll give it a go.
He's gotta feel like garbage too.
Sitting here going like, I hope he gives up.
And at this point here, I knew I couldn't pass Paul, and at this point, I wasn't gonna catch him.
He's right there.
I know.
That's when, like, if you could bunny hop that, you'd be right there.
I was.
Oh no, that's somebody else. Never mind.
Yeah, I was still trying to catch him, but I thought maybe he wipes out in the corner or something.
Yeah, seriously, last lap, anything could happen.
Yeah. Those barriers aren't that tall. I bet
you could bunny hop pretty easy.
Yeah. I mean, if you see a log on a mountain bike trail that tight, you just jump over it, right?
Yeah.
You bump your wheels on it, but they're round too, so you can,
Right.
use that roundness. Oh yeah, Paul was right there.
No, right there.
It was just the sprint at the end there on that pavement was just too short. Yeah, I took that last corner real bad.
I mean, seriously, the difference in tires, that could have been right there. Just that difference right there.
I mean, it's
for the whole race.
Did you ever look? Thanks, Jason.